Okay, this is part 2 of how we got our first homestead. We just put in an order to the universe for homestead opportunity with all of these things, water, a river, a lake, stay there as long as we wanted to, and have it for free. And we wrote it down, and then we just mailed it to the universe, man. Care of the manifestation department. And just sat back. And as it turns out, I was making Appalachian Mountain dulcimers in this little cabin up in the mountains. I didn't have access to a wood shop, so I took a night wood shop class at the local high school, and I met a guy there who was making flutes, wooden flutes. And we kind of developed friendship, and it turns out that his wife, he was living with his wife and 2 kids in a teepee in the middle of a pear orchard out of town. So it turns out that his wife's boyfriend's father, back in the 40s, patented a 5-acre gold claim on a river in Northern California. It was the only 5-acre piece of property surrounded by 40,000 acres of state park. Okay? And he wanted somebody to be there to take care of it. There was nothing there, but he wanted somebody to be there. So we were fool enough to say, okay, we'll do that. So it turns out that we missed in our order to the universe a little bit. It cost us $10 a month, and we moved down there April 2nd. What? For 5 years we were there. There was a 16 by 20 corrugated steel building there, shot full of holes, no windows, no front wall, sand on the floor from the river rising up at some point. And there was a spring up the hill. There was a place to garden. And it was 100 yards from a river. So there's just darn near everything that was on our checklist. We wound up staying there for 5 years, delivered our second son down there without the assistance of a midwife because we were so far out in the boonies that she couldn't get to us in time to deliver the baby. So that was the second time I had to deliver a baby by myself with my wife. That all worked out just fine, I'll tell you some more stories about that later, but I'm going to cut this short and just say, think about that, man. If you really want something and you're coming from a pure place in your heart, trust the universe, man. If you're doing the right thing the right way for the right reason and it's the right time, then those doors will open for you. So I know that sounds all kinds of hippy-dippy, airy-fairy bullshit, but you know what? It worked for me, man. Our only limits are what we believe. So, be careful what you believe. Okay, aloha, have more fun. Talk to you later.